What if I told you the reason you can't speak English confidently has nothing to do with your grammar?
That's bold.
Even more bold? You might already know enough English to speak fluently, but your brain is slowing you down.
Oh, that hurts a little.
Because today, we're talking about the real problem. Why you still translate in your head, why you freeze in conversations, and how to train your brain to think in English naturally, not magically, not from tomorrow, but in a way that actually works.
So by the end of this episode, people will know exactly what to practice?
Exactly. Simple habits, real changes, and if you apply them daily, your speaking speed will improve.
So, why do we actually translate in our heads? I mean, we know we shouldn't, but we still do it.
Because English is not your first language. And when something isn't your native language, your brain becomes cautious.
Cautious?
Yes, careful, alert, slightly scared. When we speak in our own language, we're relaxed. We don't think about grammar. We don't think about word order. We just speak. But in English, we suddenly feel like everything must be correct.
That's so true. When I speak English, I feel like I'm being tested.
Exactly. It feels like an exam, not a conversation. And because you want to avoid mistakes, your brain slows down. It says, wait, check the sentence. Is this grammar correct? Is this the right tense? Is my pronunciation okay? And before you know it, you've built the whole sentence in your native language first. Then you translate it.
And sometimes I even change the sentence because I'm afraid it's wrong.
Yes, you simplify it. You had a good idea. But you reduce it to something basic because it feels safer.
Can I share something?
Of course.
There was a time I wanted to tell someone a story in English. A funny story. In my head, in my language, it sounded amazing. But when I started translating it, I got stuck trying to make it grammatically perfect. And halfway through the story, I just stopped. I said, "It's okay. Never mind."
That's painful.
And later I realized I didn't stop because I didn't know English. I stopped because I was afraid to say it imperfectly.
That's the key. Most learners don't translate because they lack vocabulary. They translate because they don't trust themselves. They want to sound correct. But fluency doesn't come from being careful. It comes from being comfortable. Okay, so if translating is the problem, how do we stop? Do we just force ourselves to think in English?
That never works. If someone tells me, "Just think in English," my brain freezes even more.
Exactly. So we start small, very small. Step 1 is something so simple, people think it's useless. The object naming game.
It sounds like something for kids.
Yes, and that's why it works. When you were a child, you didn't translate. You saw something. You learned the word. Direct connection. Object to word, not object to native language to English word. We need to rebuild that direct connection. Let's play right now. Look around you, Maya. What do you see?
Okay, I see a microphone.
Good. Don't say it in your language first, just English. What else?
Table, laptop, chair, wall, light, camera.
Good. Now let's make it slightly harder. Add one simple description.
Black microphone, wooden table, bright light, small camera.
Perfect. See what we're doing? We are forcing the brain to connect directly in English. No translation bridge. Now let's upgrade. Don't just name it. Make a tiny sentence.
The microphone is in front of me. The laptop is open. The light is very bright.
Good. Keep going.
The chair is comfortable. The wall is white.
Now notice something important. You didn't pause for 10 seconds. You didn't translate full ideas because the ideas were small.
But some people will say, "This is too easy. How will this make me fluent?"
Because fluency is not built by difficult sentences. It's built by fast connections. Right now, what we're training is speed. If your brain learns to quickly say, light, bright light, the light is bright, without translating, you're building thinking muscles. Let's make it fun. I'll say a category. You respond fast. No thinking. Kitchen.
Plate, spoon, fridge, knife, glass, water,
Good. Bedroom.
bed, pillow, blanket, window, lamp,
Office.
desk, computer, paper, pen, phone.
See, no translation delay. That's thinking in English at a basic level. Here's the key rule. Don't try to sound smart. Start simple. Speed first, complexity later. Most learners try to think, I want to say something impressive. No, say something easy and say it fast.
How long should someone do this daily?
5 minutes, that's it. When you wake up, when you walk outside, when you're in the car, describe what you see. The sky is cloudy. The road is busy. I am waiting. The coffee smells good. If you do this every day for 2 weeks, you will feel the difference. This is just the foundation. Okay, that was fun. Object name and game. Simple, fast, no excuses. But let's be honest, that works when you know the words. What about the moment when you don't?
Yeah, that's the real test. Because that's exactly when people freeze. You're speaking, you're confident, and then, boom. One word disappears from your brain.
And what happens next? You switch languages, or you say, what's the word? What's the word? And the whole flow dies. That habit, right there, is why most learners never start thinking in English. So here's the new rule. Don't switch languages. Replace the word.
People think fluency means knowing every word. It doesn't. Fluency means you can survive without the perfect word.
Exactly. When kids don't know a word, they don't panic. They describe it. They say, the thing for cutting paper, the big gray animal, the place where sick people go. And everyone understands them. That's real communication. Okay, Maya, you forget the word microwave. Go.
It's a machine in the kitchen. It makes food hot very fast. You push buttons and wait.
Perfect. Did communication stop? No. Did you translate? No. Did you survive? Yes. That's thinking in English. Another one. Forget the word umbrella. Go.
It's something you use when it rains. You hold it in your hand. It covers your head.
Conversation saved. No panic, no switching, no silence. When you switch to your native language, your brain escapes. But when you force yourself to stay in English, even with simple words, your brain becomes flexible.
And flexible brains build confidence. You stop needing perfect vocabulary. You start trusting your ability to explain. That's powerful.
You're talking to someone. You forget the word traffic. Go.
There are too many cars on the road. The road is very busy. Cars are not moving.
Boom. That's fluency, not perfect vocabulary. Problem solving in real time. The rule to remember. Don't say, what is this word in English? Say, how can I explain this in English? That one question builds independence. All right, now we level up. Because thinking in English is not only about speaking, it's also about reacting.
Yes, most learners consume English, but they don't respond in English. They watch a video, they listen to a podcast, they read something, and then silence. Or they think about it in their native language.
Exactly. So here's today's practice. 5 minutes of English content. Then instant reaction in English. No translation, no notes. Just speak.
When you react immediately, your brain doesn't have time to translate. It must produce English directly. That's real thinking.
And it's only 5 minutes. Not 1 hour, not a full movie, no excuses. Okay, let's imagine we just watched a 5-minute video about morning routines. No preparation. Maya, instant reaction. Go.
Okay. I like the idea of not checking the phone in the morning. I think that's very important. Also, the speaker said we should drink water first. I agree. But waking up at 5 a.m.? I'm not sure about that.
Perfect. Notice something? Simple English, clear opinion, natural flow, no complicated grammar. That's the goal. Another example. Let's say you listen to a short story. Your reaction could be, I didn't like the ending. I think the main character was selfish. The story was simple but emotional. I didn't understand one part, but overall it was interesting. That's it. You don't need advanced vocabulary. You need reaction. After 5 minutes of content, answer 3 questions. What was it about? What did I like or dislike? What is my opinion? That's your mini review. 1 minute. Done. Why this builds fluency fast?
Because you stop being a passive learner. You become an active thinker.
And confidence grows when you realize, I can talk about something immediately, even if it's not perfect. Weekly challenge every day for 7 days. Watch or listen to 5 minutes of English. Immediately record a 1-minute reaction. No translating, no scripting. After 1 week, you'll notice something crazy. You start forming opinions in English automatically. This is the bridge between practice and real conversations. So let's look at what we actually did today. We didn't teach big grammar rules. We didn't give you 50 new vocabulary words. We trained your brain.
Step 1. We understood the real problem. You translate because you're scared to be wrong. Step 2. You started small, naming objects. Simple sentences. No pressure. Step 3. You learned to survive without perfect words. You replaced unknown words instead of switching languages. Step 4. You reacted. Instantly. You stopped being a passive learner.
And if you really do these 4 things consistently, you will start thinking in English. Not in 6 months, not magically overnight, but gradually, naturally.
Thinking in English is not a talent, it's a habit. Right now, your brain is trained to translate. That's not a weakness. That's just practice from the past.
And today, we gave you new practice. Small, achievable, real. Let me say something important. You don't need advanced vocabulary to be confident. You need control over simple English. Most fluent speakers are not using complicated words. They are using simple words, clearly and confidently.
And once you master simple English, you can build unlimited English on top of it. There's no ceiling. If you practice naming, replacing, reacting for just 10 to 15 minutes a day, you will feel the shift. One day you'll be speaking, and suddenly you'll realize, wait, I didn't translate that. That moment, that's freedom.
So stop waiting to feel ready. Start training your brain differently.
You don't need perfect English. You need brave English.
And brave English becomes fluent English.
We'll see you in the next episode. Keep speaking, keep thinking, keep growing.
And remember,
you're closer than you think.